How are you? Better than I deserve. Excellent. Please join me in the pledge to the Bible. I pledge allegiance to the Bible, God's holy word. I will make it a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I will hide its words in my heart that I might not sin against God. Join me in the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We've been working through our catechism questions. It's a good reminder on a Monday. Who made you?
God made me.
What else did God make?
God made all things.
Why did God make you in all things?
For his own glory.
How can you glorify God? Why are you to glorify God? Is there more than one true God?
No, there is only one true God.
And how many persons does this one God exist?
In 3 persons.
Name these 3 persons.
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
What is God?
God is a spirit and does not have a body like man.
Where is God? So now we're going to ask the next logical question is, can you see God? Can you see it? So if God, Kinder, I know you're all over it. Can you see God, right? So if God's everywhere, can you see God? And the answer is, no, I cannot see God, but he always sees me. So the answer is no, I cannot see God, but he always sees me. Your turn. Can you see God? No, I cannot see God, but he always sees me. But he always sees me. What does that mean? What does that mean? So if God is everywhere, can you see God? No, I can't see God, but he can always see me. What does that mean? What does that mean? Evan, what does that mean? Right? Can't see God, but he is everywhere. What does it mean that he can always see me? What does it mean that he can always see me, Simeon? Right. Right. Even if I try to hide something from God, he can see it. He has the ability, it's one of his omni attributes. Omni means all. His attributes that he can see all, right? So even though I can't see him, God sees all because of his attributes and who he is as a person. So we've also been talking about things that make school a better place. One of them is leave it. When you blow it. Did you find something?
Give it back, all the way back.
Hustle. Be a truth teller. If you fall down.
Get back up and keep on going.
No.
Excuses, sir.
Never. And this is the one we worked on last week. Those who are faithful with little.
Will be faithful with much.
And the one that we're going to learn this week, or review this week, those that were here last year. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Let's try it again. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. What does that mean? The bigger they are, the harder they fall. I'm looking back to the 5th and 6th grade. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. What does that mean? Not a hand in the 5th and 6th grade, even when I call them out. Josh Garza, I see that hand. What does it mean? Bigger they are, the harder they fall. So when we think big versus small, what Bible story immediately comes to mind? David and Goliath. So how did that happen? How did that work out? What did David do? What did Goliath do? Right? So how did David do that? In his own strength, in his own power? Right, exactly. So it's talking about the bigger they are, the harder they fall. So if you do the things that you're called to, trusting in God and being diligent in the things that you're called to, even when you have big obstacles like a Goliath in your way, a big obstacle, it just means that God can do greater things with it. So the bigger they are, the harder they fall. So when you're faced with really hard things and you want to give up and you want to quit, God can do great things with you if you trust in him. And just like David and Goliath, that just one small little thing can unravel the whole thing, and you can be victorious through Christ. We've been singing our hymn of the month of He Leadeth Me. We talked about second verse is good and bad times, right? Seams of gloom, seams when bowers bloom. And then we talked about in the third verse that I would not murmur or repine, which means I'm not going to grumble under my breath. I'm not going to fret or worry because God leadeth me. Bigger they are, Do your work. The Lord be with you.